Hi, my name is Jason. I'm a registered polysomnographic technologist, or an RPSGT, also an RST. And we're going to do a quick mask review, fitting, and just overall education of the ResMed AirFit P10. So P is like for nasal pillows, like pillows. Um, so let's see, some of the features of this mask. One is there is no swivel here. The tube is stuck in, and it is what it is. Um, Let's see, another thing is also the headgear is non-adjustable. Instead, what they have is kind of like a stretchy material that the headgear is made of. Highly elastic. Problem with this is if it's too stretched over time, there's probably going to be some problems with it. And I say that because this thing fits pretty loose. Anytime you have one of those one-size-fit-all products, you're going to have probably some problems with it. There are some tweaks and adjustment you can make to where you have this on your head to make it tighter or looser, but in general, it's not real adjustable as far as the headgear goes. So let me show you some other things. I'm going to lay this down. So if you have one of these and you just want to change or wash the cushion, you just find the tab on the bottom, tab on the top, and you're going to pinch in, squeeze, and this thing, it just pops pretty much right out. Then you go ahead and change it, do whatever you need to do. You put on, when you put it back on, you'll notice that on this piece, there's a flat, wide one, and then on the top, there's a flat, much narrower one, which corresponds to on the top of this is a narrow one, and then on the bottom is a much wider one. So you wash this or replace it with a different size, whatever it is you're doing, and then just it snaps right back in that easy. Something that I do think is cool on this is one, it forces you to have the nasal pillows in correctly because you can see they have a very slight upward angle to them. Let me turn this inside out. You can see there's a very slight upward angle that keeps them in your nostrils a little better. But also what they have on the bottom is, well, one, you have the size real easy, and then it tells you what nostril these are supposed to fit into. Left and right. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. The headgear. So inside of this, there's this plastic material. This plastic material travels all the way up till about right here where it stops. So if you ever want to get the headgear off, this can be kind of tricky. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do that real quick. First, you're gonna find this little tab where it's attaching, and you try to grab it. It's crazy hard, but you pull it out, and then you can see that there's like a little slit right here. Almost like putting it through like in a button or something. So anyway, you just slide that off all the way, and then you're good. You can go ahead and wash that or do whatever, or replace it if it becomes overly stretched. And then obviously to get it back in, just put it back in there, slide it all the way up, and then you have to hook it again back over this lip. So we're gonna pull that over kind of like you would a button, and make sure it's on there good, and it is. So let's go ahead and try this. I just have a pillow right here. I'm gonna lay on it and kind of see what I mean. But first, so you put this on, I always find it best to put the pillows in and pull the headgear up over. I found that when I'm sitting up like this, I have this on 10 centimeters. I have this on 10 centimeters of water pressure, by the way. For me, I found that if I have both of them together, it just on the back of my head, it doesn't leak as much. But you could also take this and you could loop it up over your head. You could have it down like this. You could have both up here. Kind of however it works to get it the most leak free for you. The diffuser, it's like the whole front of it. It's almost like a very fine screen door. It's like you can feel it all diffusing out of that. So with the ResMed AirFit P10, overall I like it, but there's just a couple things that I'm not too thrilled with. And one of the main ones is that there's no swivel here on the front. It just kind of makes it pull on it a little more, which goes along with the other problem. The headgear is just too inflexible for most people, or I'm sorry, it doesn't have as many adjustment options. So I love the material that is this elastic stuff. I mean, that's really cool. The thing I don't like is it almost needs something to, just to make fine adjustments. Just one piece of Velcro to pull it up, or maybe even different attachments down here where you could cinch it up just a little bit more. Because maybe I have a big head. I don't know. If you have a smaller head than me, you're really gonna have a hard time with this. But yeah, I would just like to see a little more adjustment in this, and I'd like to see a swivel here. As far as getting stuff on and off, I think it's great. I mean, it makes it super easy, and it's clearly labeled. The diffuser is good, but it's just that it seems to be more problems as far as getting it leak free, like when compared with the ResMed Swift FX. I think this Swift FX is probably a better mask, as is like the Respironics Nuance and Nuance Pro. Or probably I would go with it over this. I mean, it looks cool, it looks nice, it's new. I don't know. It leaves me wanting more. So that's it. Hopefully this has been of some use or some help to you. Not again. I haven't said it yet. If you have any more questions about CPAP therapy, all that stuff, you can visit my YouTube channel, which you're on right now. It's the Lanky Lefty 27. And then have freecpapadvice.com. And then you can join the forum, freecpapadvice.com/forum. You can ask any question you want. It's just fantastic.